well, I never thought it was very good though. I played it.
I said fun to play.
Yeah, it is fun. But my problem with that deck is that you can just summon like a bunch of 1/1s and 2/2s, and suddenly you can't play more evils because your board is full.
Yes, that's funny.
That was a really bad part because like you couldn't ramp unless they cleared your board, basically.
I remember Betty playing Doomsgrag, and so Betty is one of the most paranoid people I have ever come across. But also for like the right reasons. Like he was so incredibly cursed in terms of TESL terms.
Wait, which
like
player?
He'd hit Betty Blue.
Oh, Betty. Okay.
Yeah. So he'd hit prophecies. He'd hit whatever.
Wait, did you just say he's so incredibly good? He hit prophecies.
No, I mean like he's incredibly cursed. So his opponent always has
the opponent's prophecy. Okay.
Like exactly what they needed, and like he would like face prophecies and stuff. So he had a good reason to be paranoid, and he used to play just one copy of Skeevers in Doomsgrag.
There's a solution
in case someone memory erased him.
They can't. I don't know if you know this, but here's a fun fact that only someone like me can tell you. Did you know that they can't actually hit their prophecies if you just don't go face?
I hate you. I tried playing Tavani, and then I would play against people playing. I don't know how to pronounce the Guardians. Like I just say Alien Guardians now.
Yeah.
And then
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Tavani is not even that good. Like even if I played it, it would not be because I think it's good.
I know. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to play Unite? That's even worse.
I think Tavani started sucking after they nerfed Path Mage and Uprising. Not Uprising. Path Mage.
Yeah.
Ready to move back.
That was a really sad nerf.
There was one nerf that made it better. Do you remember that?
If you're talking about the 7-mana Uprising, I don't think it was actually a buff. Like they made it out to be buff because it made the OTK combo easier to achieve, but realistically the deck was definitely still worse because before people were way too focused on the Uprising, but I mean the combo, but like as an Uprising deck with 6-mana Uprising, you could get completely disgusting Uprising on like turn 8.
No, yeah, that's true. That's a lot of contracts.
That
is.
A
lot of murder.
You definitely don't want to use at least one of them, so you don't overkill.
Yeah. But here we see the mini conscription come down.
Yeah, I mean,
just do it.
This 4-drop with fervors is pretty disgusting.
It's quite disgusting.
Alone belies this one's power.
You just go field with general.
This combo is pretty nasty too, actually.
It's very nasty.
Dark times breed dark winds.
Size alone belies this.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
I mean, the problem.
You can't play a new era now. Imagine.
Like, it survives Ice Storm too. Like, there's. Well, actually, hilariously enough, Max would be able to afford New Era. They just can't play it in this deck.
Oh my god. Like, I think if an Ice Storm negation.
I mean, okay, they can play 3 Earthbones and wipe out the 5/6s.
The forest will not
It's very
suffer your
hard to do.
presence.
No, why don't you think that? Okay,
Whoa,
it doesn't matter.
do it on the 5/6s.
Keep your distance.
I mean, that one's gonna die anyway, it's fine.
The void
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
Keep your
Have you ever seen someone play 3 Earthbones in 1 turn?
I haven't. And that it was on turn 7 was even more remarkable. It looks very beautiful.
You know, I still miss Empire.
You are the worst. It was so bad to play against. Do you have no empathy for your opponent?
Listen, I will readily admit it was a very good decision from the developers to make it not exist, but as someone who really enjoyed playing it, it makes me sad, and I wish I could play it more.
Give me a name.
Why did you enjoy it?
Because I got to, like, I didn't have to worry about what my opponent was doing.
Do you think that's in the spirit of card games?
No, not at all. But I enjoyed it. That's why it's a good decision by them to not allow it.
Okay.
But I absolutely enjoyed it. And the other thing is, the absolute best part about it was that I didn't have to worry about other people playing it either, because every single time I ran into it, they would just into the game because they play the cards and then run out of cards, don't have a combo, and lose.
Yeah, I remember playing against people who didn't know what
I mean,
they were doing.
I would have hated it a lot more if I had to worry about running into it.
Like, properly. Like, Link on Empire Avon. Funny.
Yeah, but I never ran into it.
Different time zones.
I can smell
Drastically different. But somehow everyone's sleeping pattern is broken.
My time is precious.
That it would have aligned as well. So it's actually weird that you didn't run into him.
I mean, his time zone doesn't affect his play time at all, considering his sleeping schedule. But yeah, no, like it's I enjoyed it a lot more because I didn't face it. I think it would have been a lot worse if I had to face it also.
Because then you'd have to face.
Yeah, then my decisions might not matter, which would be a problem. I want my decisions to matter. I just don't want my opponent's decisions to matter.
Oh god. Is that why you liked Doomcrag when it went over?
No, Doomcrag was good. I'd say that the reason I liked Doomcrag was that if my opponent didn't have reliable support removal draws, it was a really good deck, and I didn't predict that I would face a lot of support removal in the tournament, so I brought it because I thought it was a good decision.
There are still people who play Doomcrag now, like derNightDarkWolf, who organized this tournament. He streams Doomcrag, like, well, it used to be quite often, as well as next of Stelvani.
Before?
No, like currently. Like this year.
I mean, now I think even if they don't have support removal, it's probably still not that good because. I
mean, that's they play it because they love
I think
it. Like
old Shrine, like if both Shrine and Disciple got absolutely gutted. I don't imagine myself, even if I knew my opponent wasn't allowed to have support.
So do you think Disciple deserved the nerf? Or not?
Huh?
Or, like, would you have nerfed only Disciple or only Shrine?
I don't think Disciple deserved the nerf at all. I think Shrine deserved the nerf, and Doomcrag still would have felt the pain. But Shrine, the problem with Shrine was that you could just shove it in like pretty much any tricolor arc deck and turn it into a full-blown deck out of it that easily. But like Disciple was not a problem at all. I think like Empire was obviously a problem, but that was only because of Shrines, like the transit is Shrine.
And they nerfed that.
They did nerf that. I think I don't think what they did to transit is Shrine would have been enough. It was the only nerf. But I think they could have done something else on top of that, but without touching Disciple.
Well, they also nerfed the other Shrine, right? So
yeah, but Empire didn't use the other Shrine.
What were the supports?
It was Transit Shrine and Mark.
Oh. Okay, so this game turned around. Oh, and as I say that, there's a forward camp.
Well,
but this isn't going to be a rage.
I don't think forward camp will turn it around.
Don't count me out yet.
No, it's good. If anything, this is a very delicious rage.
Citizen.
You could say that.
Now, the question is, are you going to rage first and play around Javelin, or are you going to go face and then rage?
It's a simple case of doing math. 6 times 4 equals 24. So you hit something.
Gross, doing math.
So yeah, this is just
do the rage now.
Yeah, this is legal.
Nice.
So he did the math. If he.
And there's still the field lane as well.
Yeah. So what you do is you